Alright, so for this edition of Nonsense of the Week, we've got Cardi B and DJ Khaled. So, DJ Khaled released his album, Khaled, this past Friday, and Cardi B's song, Big Paper, has been talked about a lot due to the hook mostly. People feel it's trash since she's offbeat. This is not me defending the song. This is not why it's on Nonsense of the Week. My opinion on the song, though, it's meh. It's like a 4, 5, in that range. That's what I would give a rating for. Nothing real interesting about it, in my opinion. But this is what my issue is. These people, this wasn't even a full week. A day or hours after this album gets released, people are saying, oh, this is one of the worst songs of the year. Oh, this is one of the worst songs ever. One of the worst songs ever? What, you listened to it one time? I swear, this is the logic of these people. Oh, I listened to a song one time, and I already developed the full opinion on the song, and I will say that it's the worst song ever. And I was texting one of my friends about this. He said this. People need to be more creative, be more original with how they review a musical piece of content, as opposed to just generalizations. Because that's what it is with these reaction channels a lot of times. It's just generalizations saying, oh, this is good, this is bad, the beat is fire, the song's fire, the lyrics are fire. This is why I made a parody months ago making fun of reaction channels. Because that's what essentially they are. It's just a bunch of generic filler words while they profit off of someone else's song. Essentially. Generic filler words such as, ooh, yeah, this is fire, man. And then after they finish listening to the song, they'll just say, my thoughts on the song? Well, I think that Drake's contribution is fire. Does that seem familiar to a lot of reaction channels? And her mentality is just so prevalent when people review music. Like there's this one guy. I was thinking of this guy when I was doing the reaction parody. This black dude that always wears a cap in all his videos. He has this segment, Trash or Pass. And every single time, this guy is saying pass. What's the point of doing a trash or pass if you're never gonna say a song's trash? There was one song, it was like, I don't know, it was like Farm Animals or, I don't know, it's a production group. It was like Farm Animals, Anne Marie, the girl that did the Friends song with Marshmello, I believe, and KSI or something like that. He was doing a reaction to that song. And he was saying, oh, I wasn't really feeling the song, but pass. What? You weren't feeling the song, but you give it a pass? What about critiquing people? The only time I swear this dude would actually say some song is trash is when it's cool to hate on a song. Such as this song I'm talking about now. That's why I'm doing a Nonsense of the Week. Cardi B, DJ Khaled, Big Paper. He won't be scared to say that song's trash. He won't be scared to say YBN Not Here song, Soul Train. That's trash. Oh, yeah. And that's the thing with these reaction channels. That's a lot of them. They're not scared to say a song's trash when a whole bunch of people are saying it's trash. Maybe I should do this one time. Find an album that is liked by a lot of people on the internet. And if I don't like it, I'll put a review on it. Just so I could tick off people. And not be like the majority that say this is good. You know what? I'm going to say this right now. I'm not scared to have an opinion that stands out. I'm not scared to say an opinion that might give me some dislikes. You know Eminem and MGK's beef? You know who I believe had the better diss? MGK! He had the better diss track, I believe. Listen to the second verse of that. I believe that was what gave him the cake for that. He just attacked Eminem's persona. There's this Key and Peele skit that essentially describes reaction channels. And the skit is called something like the one friend that makes everything awkward. So in the skit, Peele's character says awkward after every unpopular opinion Key has. And then Key gets so fed up with what he's saying. And then he's like, can you give me an opinion? Any opinion? And then he said, Peele, I don't have any opinion. I just follow what everybody else likes in pop culture. And this also applies to what everybody doesn't like in pop culture. Would people be saying this about Cardi B if this was MF Doom on the beat instead? Probably not, but it's Cardi B and she has a reputation. A lot of people don't like her for whatever reason because she's obnoxious. Sure, I'm not going to deny that she's obnoxious, but you people need to stop having herd mentality. You need to listen to a song several times before you can make a judgment such as, this is the worst song of the year. This is one of the worst songs I've ever heard. Oh gee, maybe if you listen to a song several times, you might start to think that it's not as bad as I exaggerated it to be when I first listened to it. Maybe instead of it being like a 1, it's actually like a 4 instead. It's not that awful. You know Eminem's album Revival, the album that people were roasting to death when it came out. You know what happens when people actually take the time to fully understand the meaning of his lyrics and to grasp the entire concepts of his songs? You listen to a song more and more, you realize what's going on there. You hear something that you didn't hear the previous time. And according to what I've seen on Metacritic, because the score, the Metacritic user score was lower than when it first initially came out. It's like a 6 point something now. It wasn't that when it first came out, but you know, people actually decided to listen it to several times instead of just one listen. Oh, this is one of the worst songs of the year. This is one of the worst albums of the year. Listen to the music. Don't just rush to get a review out there saying, this is the worst album of all time. This is the worst song I've ever heard. And yeah, that's what I gotta say on that. Come up with your own perspective when it comes to reviewing these songs, as opposed to just giving the same generic thing that 90% of reaction channels do. This is the whatever kid, and I'm gonna do a lazy reaction next video. Psych!